You've heard me mention it a few times throughout phase 4 already, the power of value-driven follow-up. No more, and you should never have been doing this from the beginning, of these, hey, did you see my video? Hey, did you see the thing that I just sent you? Hey, wondering if we can get on a call. Hey, would love some time to chat. Always remember these things when you're following up, okay? The money's in the follow-up. You have to earn people's trust by the second, okay? You are interrupting a business owner's day when you're following up. They have a lot of other shit to do. They're usually focused on making money and improving their business. So if you're gonna be reaching out to these people, it better be something that contributes to their day, provides value to them. And I wanna show you some practical ways to do so without being annoying and without being the amateurish salesperson that's simply saying, hey, did you see my last video? Number one, you can use the power of video follow-up right on your phone. It's so simple to take out your device and just simply make a little 60-second video, a little 15-second video, going over a micro area of what your entire video pitch was about. So as an example of this, there was this guy, his name was Eric Casaburi. He's $150 million CEO. I'll give you guys some visuals on it. $150 million CEO, and that's his net worth. He owns this company called Retro Fitness. A great guy, one of my favorite clients I've worked with. And Eric, being in the position that he is, it took me 90 plus times to follow up with this guy to get him to close, even though he had already told me on follow-up number 20 that he wanted to do a deal with me. He was just a busy executive, getting on jets, flying around to all these different franchises he had, selling new people into the franchises. So I had to make sure I didn't annoy him while following up, while generating curiosity for him to respond and furthering his knowledge on what we were gonna do and why he needed to communicate with me about it. So I leveraged all kinds of stuff. The biggest thing that I pitched him on in my perfect cold video pitch was content creation, content distribution, and consulting with his existing corporate staff to train his team on how to train the franchisees that would come into his business, which would be a very powerful and effective value-driven service that his team could offer. So anyway, long story short, a few of the ways that you could offer this, as an example, when I was doing hey, let's do some Facebook ads and let's get you out there and let's get some franchise deals generated. After I would send my entire video pitch, I would take out my phone, I would open up the Facebook Business Manager, and I would just log right into the Ads Manager. And as soon as I would do so, I would simply show Eric different people that we could target, as an example. So I would just go into the targeting of really any account, and I would just go in to create a random campaign, get to the ad set level. And this would be, of course, if I was showing him something that related to content distribution and driving him more leads and sales. At the time, and this was in early 2018 that I was pitching him, I would do things like show him the fact you could target people based on their net worth and their liquid assets and their active incomes, and you could do that in combination. I would show him you could target people who are interested in franchises, and really how I would do that was just go right here, and I would be recording my video. I'd be like, hey Eric, what's going on? So listen, I wanted to show, I know I made that 7-minute video for you going over what we could do for you, how it worked, but I just wanted to show you, look at this. Right now, there's 300,000 people that you could target that have over $1 million net worth in their bank account, and you have over 100 plus different people, I bet, that would be interested in becoming a franchise owner, because guess what? People who have more than 3 million in liquid assets, have more than $100,000 in active income a year, and have a net worth of over $2 million, who are also coincidentally interested in franchises, would probably be the perfect type of person to continue showing your content to and then run a lead form to in order to convert these people into leads. So when I would show him that little video and then send it over to him, that would further generate interest, and that would further my ability to get him on the phone and just get the deal closed. That's a key example here. In addition to that, if you just go through this whole thing, there's so many different ways inside of the Facebook ads platform or whatever channel you're specifically selling, whatever service you're selling. Think of the micro milestones that are highly interesting to people who don't understand the process at all. They've never even gone into the ads manager. They've never even seen it before. They don't understand how your service that you're selling works. They just need to understand it more to get more clarity on it, on what's possible to further the value that they perceive in the service that you're selling and that you're offering. That way, when comes time to make the decision to get on the phone with you, they have all these different micro moments with you that added up to the fact that they're ready to give you time and get on the phone because they understand the process a little more than what you might have explained inside of the Perfect Cold video pitch. Or even better, you've reinforced what was understood in the Perfect Cold video pitch to increase your chances of getting a deal. So I've done this in many ways. Another way to do it, you can go and leverage news articles. So one thing, when my team, I had 11 different salespeople and we were selling the Perfect Cold video pitch. We were selling cold advertising. We were selling content creation. We were selling the distribution of that content. What we would do is we would find different articles out there that were written that would show that Facebook's organic reach was at 0. We would find articles, for example, like this one in Forbes here, why your organic Facebook reach is still falling and what to do about it. And right inside of articles just like this written on Forbes.com, you'd see these people talking about the fact, hey, Facebook just flat out throttled you to 0. Their new algorithm completely took pages down to nothing. It's a pay-to-play space. We just constantly wanted to confirm the story that we were telling to people from credible sources besides us. In addition to that, let's say I'm selling something like, chatbots, right? I could say chatbots case study. And although this is going to come from another agency, it's going to come from another business, especially if I don't have it typed up myself. Chatbots case study. I can go out and find tons of different results that are out there that just flat out say, hey, I've made this much money off of chatbots. I've drove this many leads for this kind of business. And I bet in your industry that you're pitching specifically, if you just go to Google, type in some keywords like chatbots case study right here. I mean, there's so many different articles that you can use. Why people are saying thank you to chatbots. I don't really want that. I want chatbots, open rates, click-through rates. I want things that talk about what it is that I'm looking for. So as an example, like if I'm sitting here and I'm looking up this stuff, open rates and engagement rates, higher. Nice, here we go. So I want to find something written by somebody who's credible, and I want to find something that's just going to confirm the bias of what I'm looking for. And if I can't find that inside of Google News, I would just use another news distribution source. Like I'd go to Forbes and I'd search it. Here, neilpatel.com. How to get 88% open rates and 56% click-through rates using Facebook's chatbots. Now, this would be the perfect article written from a credible personality brand out there, Mr. Neil Patel, and I could easily take this link, share it over to my client, or my potential client that is, and say, hey, found this article, was thinking about you, would love to get started integrating the chatbot. Check this out, 80+% open rates and 50+% click-through rates. Now, what's your current email getting by chance? And this simply creates curiosity. It furthers the perspective that I'm selling to the person, but it's not just, hey, did you see my video? Hey, can we get started? Hey, can we talk about spending some money on this? It's valuable and it confirms the bias and it confirms the perspective at hand. So Google News, really simple to do this with. Also just going to your favorite channel, TechCrunch, Forbes, Inc., Adweek is another great one. You can also just go on Twitter. Twitter is great for finding journalists that are constantly confirming different biases that are out there. And to be direct with you, it's all just so simple nowadays because it's all at your fingertips. So videos, news articles, and also screenshots. So for example, if you're getting your client results, like if you have a business manager full of different results in case studies, that is a great place to be sending, hey, I got a screenshot, look at these awesome results, send them to your potential clients. If you're doing things like actually getting those higher open rates and higher click-through rates in chatbots, boom, screenshot that. Long story short, testimonials also work. We would take on a client-by-client basis, depending on how many we would actually get, of course, testimonials from each person, and then we would also leverage that to be sent to a potential client. So all this stuff is really cool, like Eric Casabiri here giving a testimonial, $150 million CEO, Chris Rude, Lee Haight. I mean, there's all kinds of cool people just giving testimonials. Thank you to everybody doing that, including students. But long story short, this is my point. Don't just send the annoying, hey, when can we talk? When can we talk about you spending money with me? Provide some value and give these people some confirmation bias on what you're talking about. Give them some belief in who you are, what you do, what you offer, and you'll have a much higher probability of people responding to you and you increasing your open rates and your closing ratios. I hope this helps you, and I will see you in the next video.